good afternoon, and I am back with what many people are already reporting on in reference to the sentencing of Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a R&B singer who was recently sentenced 30 years. Now, last September, as everyone should remember, he was convicted of racketeering and 8 violations of the Mann Act. The Mann Act, which is spelled MANN, makes it illegal to transport people across state lines for immoral purposes. Basically, purposes which include intimate relations, if you will. Robert Kelly started off with R. Kelly and the public announcement, and he went off on his solo career with hits such as I Believe I Can Fly, Fiesta, and Step in the Name of Love. He hails from Chicago, and reports, and a lot of them were fuzzy, but it was reported, even though there were some denials, that he did marry a then 15-year-old Aaliyah. And there is also the infamous tape that alleges, which I did not see, of him, and I will just say for the purposes of anyone who may be listening, relieving himself on a woman. Since then, multiple accounts of women who have come forward with stories alleging abuse, control, and manipulation that subsequently led to the biopic entitled Surviving R. Kelly. Now, even though he denied those allegations on that explosive interview with Gayle King, many believe that his behavior and demeanor showed something different. His lawyer wanted at least 10-year or less sentence. However, the prosecutors felt as though if anything less than 25 years was given, that the offender would more than likely offend again. So again, this is just a brief update, as many people are doing lives, but this is just my quick update that singer Robert Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, has been sentenced to 30 years. Also, which is more disturbing, he had to pay, or was requested to pay, a $100,000 fine after the sentencing that took place maybe an hour ago. And as a sidebar, on August 15th, he is also facing another court date in Chicago, August 15th, for child pornography and also obstruction of justice. So, in brief, singer R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years behind bars. Last year, the singer, who is now 55 years old, was convicted of racketeering and 8 violations of the Mann Act. Again, MANN, which makes it illegal to transport people across state lines for immoral purposes. R. Kelly was known for hits such as I Believe I Can Fly, Fiesta, and Step in the Name of Love. Stepping, of course, is a dance very popular from those in Chicago, and it's gone off to other states. He was reported to have married, who is no longer with us. She perished in a horrific airplane crash several years ago. The 15-year-old Aaliyah, even though there were denials, court documents showed something different. And also, as I mentioned, there was an infamous tape, but I never watched it, which alleges that he may have relieved himself, if you will, on a woman. Since then, many women have come out with stories and allegations of abuse and control, to include manipulation, which led to the biopic entitled Surviving R. Kelly. While he denied those allegations on the explosive interview with Gayle King, many people felt that his behavior and demeanor set something a little bit different. Um, I am not in any way defending him, but with your life on the line, your livelihood on the line, I can see anyone being upset. However, again, with the evidence and the ruling and both of the links from AP and the New York Post is in my description, along with the Fair Act use. The lawyer for Robert Kelly requested a sentence of 10 years or less, but again, the prosecution felt as though anything less than 25 years would probably have him offend again. So the sentence was 30 years. I'm not sure of any appeals or what may happen after that, but as a side note, as I mentioned, he was ordered to pay a $100,000 fine after the 30-year sentencing that just happened not too long ago. I would say maybe an hour. And as of note, in August of this year, August the 15th to be exact, he is scheduled for court in Chicago on child pornography and obstruction of justice charges. So that is just a brief update. The story is still developing, and you will see this, I am sure, from many others. But this is my take, and upon any developing stories with this, I will, of course, bring the latest. Thank you for tuning in or listening when you have a moment. Be safe, be well, and be healthier.